trip come true, congratulations, because very few people actually, they dream the dream, but they don't make it come true. So something happened to bring us together tonight, and I want to start off with a song here called Northern Roads that I wrote when I toured around the state with the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. Back when they were up here with their families, they came up in RVs, and I did a 5 concert tour up here. So welcome, and we're going to have some fun here until Northern roads are calling, I can hear them sing. Winding through the mountains, I feel like I have wings. Crystal water flowing through forest dark and deep. Remind me I have miles to go and promises to keep. Northern roads, come back to me. Keep my heart and spirit free. Northern roads, you'll always be one sweet memory. Northern roads, come back to me. Keep my heart and spirit free. Northern roads, you'll always be one sweet memory. Fishing with a young lad on a quiet stream, talking with an elder about his latest dream. Spirits all in motion, the sand's mighty lit. Remind me I have miles to go and promises to keep. Northern roads, come back to me. Keep my heart and spirit free. Northern roads, you'll always be wild, sweet memories, wild, sweet memories. Well, you know, when a young man like Huck picks up the banjo, parents worry. Because if you know anything about kids learning instruments, you know you got to have a lot of patience and understanding. Now, that isn't a normal home, but you weren't in a home, were you?
No, we came up here in the summer of 2009. Mr. Stancliff showed me some stuff on the banjo, and then he let me take one of his banjos around Alaska in our fifth wheel. So I practiced outside a lot, but I did learn some stuff on it.
You sure did. I'm going to have Huck just play a few of the rolls that he learned, and then we're going to put them to use in a song called Black Mountain Rag for you, one that Doc Watson made famous on the guitar.
Yeah, so while I play the banjo, I use some rolls while I'm playing the songs, and the first roll is called the alternating thumb roll, and it sounds like this. The second roll I use is the forward reverse roll. And then you got the John roll, named after the guy who showed me the roll. So I'll use those different rolls in different songs to help change up the song and make it sound different.
Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Kick her off, Huck.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Honey, did you bring one of those 5-hour energy drinks? I can sure use one right about. I'm just kidding. These kids will wear you out though. Now when I met Jordan, she was 8 or 9 years old, playing a slightly smaller violin because you were classically trained at the time. Then she moved to Toke.
So now she plays the fiddle. Instead of playing strings, she plays strings.
Well, I don't know if I describe. Okay, yes, indeed. She's a fiddler. Put away the notes and the sheets of music, but the one that she played for me, and the picture of us together when we first met, is inside the cover of the CD, and it's a precious photo, and it's a dream come true. I think, hopefully for you, it certainly is for me that we're playing together. Would you play that for us, Jordan? All right, it's become the Jordan Boogie. Well, we play stringed instruments that are unlike the banjo, so we know what perfect pitch is. Do you, Huck?
Yes, it's when you toss a banjo into a dumpster and it hits an accordion on the way in.
And whenever we go to play on stage somewhere, we just set Huck in the middle and we see if he's drooling out of both sides of his mouth or not.
The stage is level, that's right. Well, we got to tell you about Tok, Alaska, because if you don't know it, you are in a very special place. When's the last time you lived somewhere where you didn't have to pay taxes? Where's the last time you lived somewhere where there was no form of government at all locally? No local laws, no local ordinances, no assembly, no mayor, no elected officials of any kind. You're here. We don't even have a local sheriff or local law enforcement, because if you don't have local laws, what would they enforce? Barney Fife could not get a job here at Tok, Alaska. I see where Andy just passed away a few days ago. I've been to Mount Airy in North Carolina, and I've been to the diner where Thelma worked, and I had their famous pork chop sandwich, and it was so good. Oh, wasn't he just a blessing to this country? And he and Barney had some good times. Remember Barney? He could just carry one bullet is all Andy would let him have in his pocket. But Andy! Yeah. But here's the thing, folks. All of that's good, and a lot of people would live here just knowing what I've told you, except there are no attorneys in Tok. Where's the applause? Come on, people. So if that's not reason enough to put up with 83 below zero, we hold the record in North America as the coldest inhabited place on the North American continent. There are colder places, but no one's crazy enough to live there. And we have also seen 100 degrees in the shade, and we have, think about it, you'll never be in another place in Alaska or anywhere else on Earth that has seen a 183 degree temperature range. And do you know what our favorite warm dessert in the winter is?
Ice cream.
Yeah! Because when you lick that cone, you're licking something 15 degrees above zero. And if you do it at 60 below outside, your dessert now is 75 degrees warmer than the air you're breathing. The fact is that we eat more ice cream up here because it's a
Warm dessert in the winter and a cool dessert in the summer. Need it all year round.
Now some of you, it's so nice to see people that have come up the highway that are still speaking to one another. I had a guy right there one night say he was from East Waco, Texas. Now that's a very small place. 6 chairs down, I said, "This lady, where are you from?" She says, "East Waco, Texas." I said, "Do you two know each other?" And they said, "Maybe." Seems they had a little problem or two coming up the highway. Now, if you think it's tough coming up the highway where you're with the same old face in the same small space, day after day after day, try living in Tok, Alaska, where it's 60 below for 2 weeks or 3 weeks at a time. Your car won't start. Your food is off the shelf. All the movies have been watched. And one morning you sit down for breakfast, and that beautiful husband or wife of yours sits down across from you, and they resemble someone from Planet of the Apes. You've got cabin fever is what you got. So here's it's the only #1 song I've ever had in Tok. Shot in the top of the charts. Stayed 2 weeks one winter. You're going to hear it right here tonight. If you can't take a joke, don't move to Tok. It's 50 below and my pickup is broke. My water's froze up and my snow dough is down. Run out of crackers, gotta hitchhike to town. Just yesterday morning, my wife split the sheets. She claimed she was tired of saltines and beets. Guess I should worry, but she never goes far. She's playing some poker down at the bar. If you can't take a joke, don't move a toe. It's 50 below and my pickup is broken. My water's froze up, my snow dough is down. Run out of crackers, gotta hitchhike to town. Here goes your or the Husky, that's where she'll be. If she don't win 500, she'll come home to me. She's never won it, I'm so happy to say, 'cause I couldn't stand losing my baby that way. If you can't take a joke, don't move the Tok. It's 50 below and my pickup is broke. My water's froze up and my snow dough is down, and I run out of crackers, hitchhike to town. So here's to Alaska, here's to Tok, here's to my friends who can all take a joke. Here's to my baby, may she always come home. It's no darn fun eating saltines all alone. I know how much you love that song, darling. One night after the show, she says, "I don't want people thinking we live that way." I said, "What about that winter in 1998? And she said, "Shut up." Well, there are other things you need to know about Tok. It wasn't here until the highway was built. How many of you are veterans here in the audience tonight or served in the armed forces? Thank you very much. Let's give these guys a hand. And of course the road was put here because there was a war raging and we needed to have a better defense line. So Tok was the road camp at the intersection where we now have our visitor center, where Jordan works. And when everybody was done and they got ready to leave, someone wanted to know what they should name this community. And no one could quite decide. And suddenly someone said, "Let's name it after our dog." They had a favorite stray dog in camp and they had named the dog Tok. And that was short for Toklap, which is the blonde-colored grizzly that also lives around these parts. So if you want to know how we got named, this town without a tax without a politician, without local laws, and without attorneys, was named after a dog. No, huh? That's just rich cultural information right there, yeah. Huck, what do you got for us on the banjo? About a little blackberry maybe?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, I bet you there isn't one of you in here that doesn't wish you had Elvis Presley's first recording. And tonight, because these kids were able to go into a studio in Fairbanks and in a day and a half lay down 16 songs. And I'm talking about 16 songs without making a mistake, because we recorded it the old-fashioned way. We were all in one room playing together instead of separate rooms where they multi-track and put each one of you and blend you after the fact. We played it live in one room. So if anybody made a mistake on the fiddle or the banjo or the guitar, it was heard on everybody else's mic, and we'd have to start the song all over again. I can't tell you how much pressure there is at $70 an hour to not make mistakes in the recording studio. Now keep in mind, these two young people next to me had never even been on stage much. Huck certainly hadn't, and never had high quality headphones, never heard studio monitors that can catch every breath and every slight mistake, and yet there they were, and these two kids put the songs down. Do not fail to get their first CD, because it won't be their last, I'll guarantee it. Do you agree with me? These kids are good, are they not? Yes, I wish they were mine, but they're not. Let's go back to Alaska. You guys crossed a river called the Yukon, did you not? You know, I've had people tell me they didn't notice. Can you believe it? They get all the way here and didn't notice the Yukon. I say take a couple days rest if you didn't notice the river. But I want to take you on a trip down the river with a song I wrote about it, because if you float it today, what you would see are the same things you would have seen 10,000 years ago. river and a land unchanged by time. Come with us. Roll on, old Yukon. There's a river and it's calling. There's a river far away, flowing through the Northland into dreams of yesterday. There's a river and I'm leaving, gonna pack my bags today. I won't be taking any money, I'm gonna put my cares away. Roll on, old Yukon, carry my troubles away. Take me back to a better time and a different yesterday. Roll on, old Yukon, roll on endlessly through the heartland of Alaska to that lonely Bering Sea. And as I look down from the mountains to that valley far below, there's a silver ribbon below me, and I can't wait to go. Like the pioneers before me who searched these hills for gold, I'll be looking to find a peace of mind and a rainbow of my own. Roll on, old Yukon, carry my troubles away. Take me back to a better time and a different yesterday. Roll on, old Yukon, roll on endlessly through the heartland of Alaska to that lonely Bering Sea. Through the heartland of Alaska, old Yukon, won't you carry me? Now, many of you don't realize this, but the Yukon River has 1,875 miles of muddy wandering through the heartland of Alaska, and that's not all the river. It's one of the largest rivers in the world. And when the Pacific salmon hit the mouth of that river, they never eat another thing for the rest of their lives. They do not eat in fresh water. And they have to navigate over those 1,875 plus miles in water you can't see 3 feet in. Through all the currents, the drifting logs, the sandbars, to find the one little clear water stream that they came out of 3 or 4 years before. They find the place of their birth for the next generation of salmon to be born. So after a long day on the Alaska Highway, when you're feeling really sorry for yourself, remember the salmon in the Yukon River. And you're going to feel a whole lot better about how things are going. Now, the next song we're going to do involves you folks. And I say that because without fail, everyone knows a little bit of this song. Most people know all of it. Every tongue, every age, every culture that comes through this room that we play for from around the world knows about this song. No matter how people are feeling about how their day went or their trip is going or how many times they may not been out and spoken to each other for the last 3 hours, this will bring you together. Sing along with us. It's the land of the midnight sun, and this is the best sun song I know. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine. sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Play one more. Here's the Alaska verse. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy 20 hours a day. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my midnight sun away. Sing that with us. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy 20 hours a day. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my midnight sun away. Good job out there. Well, if salmon won't do it for you on creatures that exert themselves in the great land, the land of extremes, consider our songbirds. This time of year, they never stop singing. 2 o'clock in the morning, you'll hear birds singing. 11 o'clock at night, you'll hear birds singing. Some of our songbirds get so exhausted. Well, I saw one that was hanging upside down from a branch by 1 foot. And I got up real close to him, and this is what I heard. Tweet. Tweet. I don't think they believe me. Well, Jordan plays a beautiful fiddle, and she's got a waltz just to die for. It comes out of British Columbia. And without a whole lot of introduction, we're going to go with the Upik Waltz. Are you ready over there, Hud? Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. Just chokes me up when she plays it that beautifully. This country that you're in is unique because we have so few of the things that you cherish, such as snakes. We don't have any. None. Cockroaches. I know you've never seen them. We don't have them at all. Our dogs and our cats don't know what a flea or a tick is. 65 below zero will take care of a lot of your problems. We've never had a case of Lyme disease, never had a case of West Nile. We've never had a case of mad cow disease. We do have mad cowboys, though. There's not enough cowgirls. Well, occasionally there are, because these ladies in the lower 48 get to reading in the magazines about all these Alaskan men, and then they find out that there's more men up here than there are women. And they figure, by golly, the odds are pretty good, I'm going up there. And then they find out how odd the goods are, and they don't stay long. So we have some mad cowboys. But there are things about Alaska that you will only appreciate if you'll make sure that you turn off the rest of the world while you're here. If you wanted Disneyland, it's another direction. If you wanted the Golden Arches, you know where to find it. If you wanted urban stores and malls with knockoff Alaska gifts, you can find that. You spend time out in places like Glen Ellen, in places like Toke, Copper Center, Kenny Lake, places where people are living the lifestyle. Take time to talk with people. Ask them how they got to Alaska. Make sure you've got a sandwich, because it might be a long story. But the thing you'll hear most often is, I came for 2 weeks and I never left. How often have we heard that? Yeah. It's just the way it is. Now, a lot of people would think that these folks were just so enthralled that they fell in love with the place. The fact is, they're sourdoughs, aren't they?
Yeah, sour on Alaska without enough dough to leave.
That's it.
So if you guys buy enough CDs tonight, we can fill up our gas tanks and head out.
As you can see, these kids would go to another place. Let's go to another place right now, down there in Louisiana, where they kill the gators. All right, ready? Thing Doug Kershaw made famous. All right, here we go. Well, you get down the middle and you get down the road, kick off your shoes and you throw them on the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light on a Louisiana Saturday night. Sitting in the front yard waiting on the log, single shot rifle and a one-eyed dog. Yonder come a kid and bogey in the moonlight on a Louisiana Saturday night. Well, you get down the middle and you get down the bowl, kick off your shoes and you throw them on the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light on a Louisiana Saturday night. Okay. Saturday night. Well, you get down the middle and you get down the bowl, kick off your shoes and you throw them on the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light on a Louisiana Saturday night. Well, you get down the middle and you get down the bowl, kick off your shoes and you throw them on the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light on a Louisiana Saturday night. Take us out, girl. Clap along. Clap along. Well, you know, my mother was French-Canadian, so I got a little bit of that in me, because it was the French-Canadian that migrated on down there from Arcadia that became Cajun. And my mother was quite a bit younger than my father. My father was born in 1897. He went to school in a horse and buggy and a sleigh in the winter. Before he passed away, he got to Alaska, come to visit us. And he saw a man's foot reach the surface of the moon. One lifetime, from horse and buggy to the moon. Do we not live in a great country and a great time? How about that? Well, this next song is a participation song because it's a frontier song. And it mentions buffalo and antelope. Sing along with us and we're going to give you the Alaskan version. And you'll only hear it in token. Well, give me a home where the buffalo roam and the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Here's our version. Give me a home between Fairbanks and Nome, where the moose and the caribou play, where nothing will grow because it's covered with snow from June till the following May. Home, home in the snow, where it's warm at 40 below. It's the tundra for me by that old Bering Sea and the life of an old sourdough. And that's a fact. Well, there's a lot of flowers and things growing along the roadsides. We need to let people know.
All right. Well, our state flower here is the forget-me-not, and you'll see a lot of the wildflowers right now along the side of the road are in bloom. A lot of people come to the visitor center and they'll say, "What is that one flower?" And they try to describe it, and we're like, "Well, there's a lot of those out there. You know, a lot of pink ones or something." But it's perfectly legal to pick all the wildflowers along the highway and such as that. So.
And you can also take our rocks. Take lots of rocks. It makes a tear come out of our eye when we see a Class A with its bumper dragon going up.
Yeah, it's not like Hawaii, is it? Oh,
We don't curse you, we bless you.
Bless you, bless you. And there's a special rock in Toke you need to tell them about.
Exactly. Our state mineral is gold, of course. And what's neat about Toke is if you go down to Snowshoe Motel and Gifts, in the back of the gift shop, there's Jack Wade gold. And this lady, her husband found a 56-ounce pure gold nugget. There are no other minerals mixed in with it. It's 56 ounces. And if you go over there and ask her really nicely, she will probably let you hold it and take a picture with it and stuff like that. So that's pretty neat and unique to Toke.
They don't like to hold it too long, though.
No, because, well, once you get your hands on it, I know I didn't want to let it go.
Well, this is the kind of good time I remember growing up on the front porch. Back in Vermont, every house had a porch. We called it a veranda, which was kind of the French way of saying porch, because it's where people gathered. And it wasn't always because they wanted to get together, but it was usually that way. Friends and neighbors would come over, no cell phones, no Twitters, no tweets, no emails, no texting, and the television was never on, you see. And the thing I remember about those evenings were they were generally really hot summer evenings, and so the houses weren't well insulated, and the bedrooms got so hot it was just stifling, especially upstairs in the houses. So they'd sit out on the veranda, the porch, until it cooled off. Well, this was open season for the kids, because there were lightning bugs to catch. There was hide and seek to play and capture the flag, and a game these kids had never heard of called Kick the Can. I mean, let's face it, that was just about the best, you know. And I remember one particular night we decided to capture a skunk. Well, it wasn't a full-grown skunk, it was the last baby in a family of skunks that was walking across the yard, and this one dawdled a bit. We threw a wash tub over it, and one of my buddies said, "It'll be okay because the little ones, they don't stink." Now this was only 15 feet away from where our porch full of adults was having a merry evening of libations and storytelling, you understand. So after a while, when the mother and all the other babies wandered off, somebody got the youngest kid in the group. He was the experimental kid. Did you have one of them? I don't think that electric fence is on. Freddie, touch it and see. He was the experimental kid. He said, "Okay, Freddie, lift up the wash tub." Let me tell you what. they spray. And he sprayed good. I mean, he covered us from head to toe. And that smell drifted onto the porch, and I never saw the neighbors leave so fast in my life. Mother and Dad were not happy. She washed us down with this vinegar and water solution, claimed that was going to cure the smell. But the reason and where I'm going with this is there was time that people actually spent talking with each other, and we called it visiting. Visiting. You know, didn't need a topic, didn't need an appointment. Come with us to back when I was a kid, back to the front porch where my dad used to come home from work and sometimes pick me up and rock me in his favorite rocking chair. This is one I wrote, and it's recorded with the kids on the album, where Daddy used to rock me. There's a tiny cabin with a porch high up those lonesome hills. When the laurel was a blooming, you could hear the whippoorwills. We'd listen for Daddy coming, horseshoes clattered on the rocks. Hear his whistle and reins a-slapping every night at 6 o'clock. Where our family prayed together and they sang the mountain songs. On that porch, the sweetest memories, I know my soul belongs. It was there we came together, it was there we all were one. Where Daddy used to rock me when all his work was done. Why is it that we wander from the things we used to love? Chasing fame and fancy notions with no heed to the signs above. How long till the light comes on and our only wish will be to get back to our porches and the love of family? I can smell that wood smoke drifting down the shady Auburn Trail. Stepping stones across the creek with my swinging water wheel. It was rocky ground we had to plow, but the furrows long and deep. Now lead me to those mountains where Mom and Daddy sleep. Why is it that we wander from the things we used to love? Shades of fame and fancy notions with no heed to the signs above. How long till the light comes on and our only wish will be to get back to our porches and the love of family? Thank you so much. Come on in. Come on in. Last one's buying ice cream for the house. Come on in. Oh, there's more behind you, so you're off the hook. Welcome. Come on in. It's a wonderful summer evening. We don't start until the sun goes down. We're just warming up. Yeah, we got lots of empty chairs here. No reserved seating at all.
I want the front row.
You do. You must be from Texas.
No, Arkansas.
Oh, that's right. Close enough. We got another lady from Arkansas. Sheila, what town are you from?
Scranton.
Scranton, Arkansas. She raises turtles, for goodness sake. Is there anything you good people in Arkansas won't do for $1? I've never seen anything like it. You raise chickens. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I've never eaten turtle, but I've eaten a lot of chicken. People, you know, things like frog legs and different things, rattlesnake, taste just like chicken.
I'm over around
If it tastes like
Clarksville.
chicken, why are you eating anything but chicken?
Clarksville.
You know, I don't understand it. What'd you say?
Where are you from?
I'm from Vermont. But I've been in Alaska since '73, so I'm pretty well planted right here. Speaking of planted right here, do you know you're not going to see a lot of cemeteries in this state? Do you know why?
No.
Well, if you live where it's 65 below, do you really want to be buried in the permafrost for eternity? Honest to goodness, most people up here choose cremation. I would say better than 7 out of 10 prefer the barbecue. They really do. And we have some creative people, don't we, Jordan?
Yeah, we do. Remember that one guy up in Fair? I don't know where he was at. Yeah, he had his buddy stuff his remain in shotgun shells and fire them off with a bang, you know?
Went out to the skeet range. Just boom, there goes his kidneys. Yeah. There's another one. Some guy, what was the one about the guy?
Yeah, he had his ashes mixed in with cement and poured a new concrete step. Saying people were walking all over him his whole life. Why stop now?
Well, the truth is that those are some of the more, I guess, bizarre things that happen. But you know, people do like to have their ashes scattered over their favorite mountain or their favorite lake or their favorite place up in Alaska. You know, and you know, I don't think any of you can imagine what it's like. We've got a family in a place up in the hills where we go for 20 days every year to watch the leaves turn, harvest berries, watch swans teach their babies how to fly. We call it our harvest camp. And occasionally we get lucky and get a moose, which will feed 2 or 3 families for the year. But that's really not the reason why we go there. We go there for the space and the quiet and freedom. Our kids caught their first fish on these lakes when they were little. And in 15 or 20 years of fishing on those lakes, we've never seen another person. Not another person. Not another sound except the call of the loon or the timber wolf or the shriek of the eagle. That's why. That's Alaska. That's why we're here and we put up with 60 below. And we don't want to romance it too much because some of you might want to move up. I saw a shirt down in Texas. Welcome to Dallas. Please don't move here. They say Houston's really nice. We need that for Toke, don't we? Welcome to Toke. Please don't move here. They say Fairbanks is really nice. Let's give them that Fairbanks song. What do you say? This is one I wrote about getting across the distances as fast as possible. Is there a faster way to Fairbanks? I've been away too long to see. Is there a faster way to Fairbanks? I hear a love song calling to me. Thought I'd go and find my freedom. Thought I'd go and have some thrills. So I left my little cabin where the creek cuts through the hills. Is there a faster way to Fairbanks? I've been away too long to see. Is there a faster way to Fairbanks? I hear love song calling to me. Okay, jerk. The slots and banks in Vegas, took a whirl in Disneyland. Thought I'd die out on that freeway in that Amberville by man. I know where I'll find my freedom. I know where to have my fun. So I'm headed back to Fairbanks just as fast as I can run. Is there a faster way to Fairbanks? I've been away too long, you see. Is there a faster way to Fairbanks? I hear love song calling me. Well, we do love our moose, don't we?
Right next to our mashed potatoes.
Oh, man. We love them at all ages, and we root for the moose. They have a hard job here in the interior. They're born, and we have lots of babies this time of year. Out of 10 of those babies, 2 or 3 will make it the first year. The rest are taken by bears, usually black bears or grizzly bears. Also, some of them get caught up in the currents and the rivers or in the mud. And some of them just don't make it because they're not strong enough. So we're always rooting for our moose. So when the Moose Federation said, Dave, would you write a moose song? I had the image of a baby moose, but I also had the image of a mama moose taking good care of those babies. Sometimes when a mom and a baby can't find water, they'll come into your backyard and borrow your swimming pool. Yes, indeed. So I'd like to do a little something that and invite my wife to come up, please. Susie, if you'd come up front, we planned a special for you.
No, I don't think
Yes,
so.
no, yes, you will come up front.
Sheila,
Sheila, come on, Sheila, Arkansas, Sheila, come on.
our Arkansas, yes.
Come on up. I'll guarantee you that this is something you'll always remember. Come on up. Come on.
Yes,
Sheila,
Arkansas,
come on.
Miss Arkansas.
There's Sheila. The turtle farmer from Arkansas. All you can do is sit right there and wear this moose hat. No, you just take that off. That's right. The best part of this, Sheila, is going to be what all these other people do while you're wearing that hat. Because every time I say it's a moose, it's a moose, it's a moose, you guys got to put your antlers up and wave at this moose up there, okay? Here we go. You ready? Well, who sticks their head down deep in a bog? Who steps over a 5-foot log? Who sneaks into your garden right after dark? It's a moose! It's a moose! It's a moose! Who grows their antlers as big as a tree? Who swims faster than either you or me? Who nibbles branches and even the bark? It's a moose! It's a moose! It's a moose! Well, they look so funny on the skinny long legs with that big soft nose so round. High on their back is a hairy, hairy hump, and their chinny chin dangles down. It's a moose! It's a moose! No other critter is so cool. They'll eat your cabbage patch, your carrots they will snatch, or they might just take a dip in your pool. Okay, Gary. Skinny long legs with that big soft nose so round. High on their back is a hairy, hairy hump, and their chin dangles down. It's a moose! It's a moose! No other critter is so cool. They'll eat your cabbage patch, your carrots they will snatch, or they might just take a dip in your pool. It's a moose! Thanks, Sheila, for being the moose tonight. I haven't seen a blonde moose before. You know how you can tell if a blonde is using your computer? There'll be a whiteout on the screen. We'll stop right there. You know, the only attorney that we've ever had in town for any length of time was killed right out here in front of the tow car one day. Someone comes screaming in here, called, it's 911, call 911. An attorney just got hit out here in the road, and I said, how can you tell it's an attorney? And they said, there's no skid tracks. Well, I go on and on about attorneys, because there's none in my family. But one of the things that I claim in my life as a particularly unique aspect, in all my years, 62 of them now on planet Earth, I've never, ever required the services of an attorney. Which is good, because there isn't one in town. Now, a lady from Texas, and we like Texans, don't we?
Oh yeah, we always hey, are there any Texans in here tonight?
Arkansas people will appreciate this.
Yeah. All right. Well, we always like to welcome them to the largest state in the union. And we say, don't feel bad, because if we cut ourselves in half, you'd be number 3. And then, because Alaska has 40,000 miles of coastline, which is more coastline than the whole continental United States, And we have the second largest tides, 30-foot tides, next to the Bay of Fundy.
That's right.
At low tide, we're 3 times the size of Texas.
There you go.
Any Minnesotans? I don't know what they call them.
Minnesotans.
Anyone from Minnesota? Okay, well, they always come up here bragging about, on their license plates, land of 10,000
I
lakes.
know it.
You know, when Alaska has over 3 million.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, go. And it's one little lady about the size of Ross Perot. She stood up, she was back there where you were, sir, back against the wall. She said, I've heard enough about Texas. She said, if you melted all your glaciers, you'd be the size of Connecticut. And then another Texas lady who was an attorney. This is a true story. These are things that happened to me over the 12 years of doing this show. She walks up. I thought she was going to buy a CD. No, she whips out her shiny black card with gold leaf lettering saying, I'm an attorney. Oh. She says, I've been hearing what you're saying about attorneys. Oh. She says, do you know what you call 1,000 attorneys at the bottom of the ocean? I said, no. She said, a good start. They don't even like themselves. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Well, it's time to sing one together, Jordan. What do you say we do a little bit of, speaking of Texas, let's go down there where Bob Wills and Ray Price made one really famous. Kick it off for us. As I look at the letters that you wrote to me, it's you that I am thinking of. And as I read the lines that to me were so sweet, I remember our I miss you, darling, more and more every day, as heaven would miss the stars above. With every heartbeat, I still think of you and remember our faith in love. Take us out. Come in late, and I realize you've been sitting for a while, and all you've been doing is sitting, except now you don't need the Dramamine because you're not swaying like this. Do you mind if we play a few more songs? I don't know, because we usually end at about an hour, and but tonight, behind you there is Dale Cinder out of Illinois. This is his third trip to Alaska. He's capturing beautiful scenes of Alaska on high definition, and tonight he's filming the show. But he's going to get up the back of a lot of beautiful heads. Now, Huck is a singer also. Would you like to hear him sing one? He's got a great one. For all of you Michigan people.
yeah, these are for all my Michiganders out there.
Michiganders, yeah. Maybe you can set it up there.
More, yes.
Oh.
All right, raise your hand if you're from Michigan. Okay.
Mercy sakes.
Oh, and so over there, this is awesome. Well, Hook and I are originally from Michigan, and when we came up here, we got fished on hooking. We got hooked on fishing. There we go.
Very good. Be careful. Careful what you do now. I changed their names around the other night. You better get the plane because your sister's going to have a breakdown. There's only one song ever written that links Michigan and Alaska. You're going to hear it right here now. Go ahead there. Kick her off first, Jordan.
I was born in Saginaw, Michigan. I grew up in a house on Saginaw Bay. My dad was a poor, hard-working Saginaw fisherman. Too many times he came home with too little pay. I loved a girl in Saginaw, Michigan, the daughter of a wealthy man. But he called me that son of a Saginaw fisherman, and not good enough to claim his daughter's hand. Now I'm up here in Alaska, looking around for gold. Like a crazy fool, I'm a digging in this frozen grounds of gold. But with each new day I pray I'll strike it rich and then I'll go back home and claim my love in Saginaw, Michigan. I wrote my love in Saginaw, Michigan. I said, honey, I'm coming home, please wait for me. And you tell your dad I'm coming back a richer man. I hit the biggest strike in Klondike history. Her dad met me in Saginaw, Michigan. He gave me a great party with champagne. Then he said, son, you're a wise, young, ambitious man. Will you sell your father-in-law your Klondike claim? Now he's out there in Alaska, searching in the cold, cold ground. The greedy man is a-looking for the gold I never found. It serves him right and no one here is missing him, least of all the newlyweds of Saginaw, Michigan. We're the happiest man and wife in Saginaw, Michigan. Saginaw, Michigan.
Well, there's facts in Tok that you won't learn anywhere else. One of the most important ones that people here locally understand is the outhouse cutoff temperature. Now, the coldest ever recorded successful outhouse adventure is at 40 below. No one has ever been able to go out there, the temperature's colder than that, and get anything seriously done. You sit on a 40 below seat, whatever else was on your mind suddenly goes away. And you will be left with a bright red ring that doesn't go away for quite some time. There's a lady scowling out there at me, and I think it's the truth. I mean, a lot of people use outhouses here. In fact, there's books you can buy on outhouses throughout Alaska, And the governor actually has given out an award for the best outhouses in Alaska. This is a serious topic, folks. Because I'm telling you, bodily functions don't stop just because it's 40 below. So, I was a Chichaco. I was a newcomer into the interior. My friends up and down the road were setting me up, but I didn't know it. I went out there, it was 40 below, but I had a nice foam seat. It was padded, made in Taiwan, that really glossy plastic, easy to clean because we have 4 kids. That plastic was not designed for 40 below temperature. It shattered. And shards of plastic stuck me in the most embarrassing places that I can't mention. Now that very humbling experience, embarrassing experience, was bad enough. But it got worse the next day. I was at Mentasta Lodge right down the road here having my usual soup and sandwich. And the waitress happened to notice that I wasn't sitting down at the counter. I was standing up eating it. And she says, well, why are you standing eating your sandwich today, Dave? And I made a very critical mistake. I told her that my outhouse seat had exploded. And she quickly shouted into the bar and said, call Joe, he just won the money. Can you believe that neighbors up and down the road would have just the unmitigated gall of creating a pool of money on what day my outhouse seat was going to explode? So now you can go away from Tok and know 2 things. Number 1, you've had a cultural experience. Number 2, if a mosquito has bitten you, all is not lost, is it?
No, you can go home and say, part of me is still in Alaska.
Your DNA mixed with the skeeter. A bird may eat the mosquito, and you might be part of a raven, who knows? But you're here forever. Isn't that just warm your hearts to hear something? Yeah. We're going to do 2 more songs if we can. And this next one is one that we want to sing just to you, because on the front porch, and we hope here tonight, we've made some friends. And that we've made some good memories for you to have. If you want to take any of those with you, we have CDs. We've played music on most of them. We'd love to have you do that. It's not a requirement. However, my wife has come to monitor the show. If I don't make a few dollars, I'm going to have to go back to lawn and garden duty. 2 things. You can use the music behind your CDs and pictures. And there's a lot of Alaska music to do that. We don't mind if you copy the music, because it is our music. And there's no plastic on the covers. We don't believe in that, especially those sticky labels down the side. And not 1 cent will go to a politician or a tax in Tok. Yay! Here's our song for you. Good friends, good memories, a banjo and fiddle and a sweet guitar. Good friends, good memories, we're so lucky to know who you are. We burned up the highways, flown in the skyways, been on the ocean, feeling so small. Slept on the tundra, God's bedded wonder. If we get to heaven, will we sleep at all? Good friends, good memories, a banjo and fiddle and a sweet guitar. Good friends, good memories, we're so lucky to know who you are. We've toiled in the sunshine, slept in the shade, gone deep in the valley where the sweetgrass grows, climbed up your mountains to touch your star, like getting ready but hating to go. Good friends, sing along, good memories, a banjo and fiddle and a sweet guitar. Good friends, good memories, we're so lucky to know who you are. We're so lucky to know who you are. One more time. We're so lucky to know who you are. Good friends. You bet. Are you ready? Big Sandy left Seattle in the year of '92. Alaska, going north, the rush is on. Sam crossed the majestic mountains to the valleys far below. He talked to his team of huskies as he mushed on through the snow. With the northern lights are running wild in the land of the midnight sun. Sam McQueen was a mighty man in the year of 1901. Where that river is winding, big nuggets were finding. North to Alaska, going north, the rush is on, sing along. Way up north, way up north to Alaska, north to Alaska, north, north, the rush is on. Play for me. George turned to Sam with his gold in his hand. Said, Sam, you're looking at a lonely, lonely man. I'd trade all the gold buried in this land for one small band of gold to place on sweet little Jenny's hand. As a man needs a woman to love him all the time. Remember, Sam, true love is so hard to find. I built for my Jenny a honeymoon home below that old white mountain, just a little southeast of home. Where that river is winding, big nuggets they're finding. North to Alaska, north, the rush is on. Clap along, way up north, there you go. Way up north to Alaska, north to Alaska, north, north, the rush is on. To Alaska, north, north, the rush is on. There you go, and here you are. How could you have been? His sister Glenn, Alaska Sweetgrass. And I'm on the stump, still with a load of hair. God bless you guys. If you want music, come see us, and there's ice cream over there. Thank you for coming, and have a great trip home, you guys. God bless you all.